All right, I wanted to just talk about Charlottesville for a second. Obviously, what happened there is an absolute disaster. All these people injured, 3 killed. 1 actually killed in the violence in the protests, 2 killed in a helicopter crash. First of all, at least we have clarity. The Nazis marching with the Confederate lovers. So all of you guys who said, oh, the Confederacy is not racist, I guess that question's been settled. And all the other right-wingers that showed up at that march, proudly marching with the Nazis, I guess a lot of those questions have been settled as to where you guys stand. That doesn't mean every right-winger in the country is a Nazi. I'm talking about the people who showed up, okay? And the people who proudly flew that Confederate flag right next to the Nazi flag, okay? So that's point 1. Secondly, I got plenty of enemies. I'll make another one. Antifa drives me crazy. Just let the clowns march. They like to show up and be a circus and play dress up like a bunch of children. I know now that they feel ascendant, and I know that it was a lot of them there, but just let the clowns do their clown show. Who cares? You make them feel more important when you show up and get involved there. Anyway, the counter-protesters, that's not Antifa that were peaceful there. I love you, brothers and sisters. And, of course I'm right there with you in counter-protesting those virulent racists. So now, but I think the worst part was actually Trump's reaction. He says, oh, the violence was on many sides. Many sides. He said it twice. There's no dispute that the guy who ran over people, injured them, and killed them, look at the pictures. They're gross. They're terrible. They're horrific. Was a right-winger, was a racist, was part of the neo-Nazis. He's part of the guys who organized this march of Unite the Right. I guess the right is united, at least the far right in the guys that are out there, okay? So, no, it wasn't many sides. It was that side. If you can't call out Nazi violence in America, what can you call out? So, on the issue of Donald Trump's anti-Semitism and bigotry, that has also been settled. So yes. He's a 70-some-odd-year-old man, and his daughter happened to marry a Jewish guy and converted. And not everybody, some people say, well, that's good enough. That means he can't be anti-Semitic. You can't gather up the courage to condemn Nazi violence in America, and you have to call it many sides. You know why he does that? Because he thinks those Nazis are his voters. He thinks the alt-right are his voters, because they are. He thinks that the Confederate lovers are his voters, because they are. So he doesn't even want to call out Nazis after they ran people over and killed people in America. He's grotesque. So if you didn't know what Donald Trump is before, you know it now.